Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of r/slash Tales from Tech Support. In today's episode, the longest password reset in history. Your website won't let me pay. Alternative title: I'm going to lie to you to avoid fees. My temp laptop won't get emails. Why is it so useless? Yes, strawberry fluff is an acceptable payment for on-site support. Before we get started, make sure to subscribe so you will never miss a video. So let's get started. The longest password reset in history. Here I am again, with a story about a user who doesn't quite understand how a keyboard works. I work for a mid-sized MSP in the Great White North, and had an urgent ticket sent to me about a user who was unable to get into their computer. The conversation is between myself, IT God, and the end user, Babushka. IT God: good morning, as I understand you're having some trouble logging in this morning? Babushka: yes, I've entered my password multiple times and keep getting your username or password is incorrect. IT God: okay, give me a second and I can take a look. Reviewing her old tickets, it seems like she recently got a new computer, and that a temporary password had been sent to her via email. IT God: I noticed you recently got a new computer. Are you using the password that we sent to you via email? Babushka: yes. I've tried it multiple times and it's not working. IT God: let me reset it for you, and then we can change it to something that might be easier to remember. Password is reset. I remotely connect to her computer, and I was able to log in successfully with the new password. I log out and have her try again. IT God: okay, looks like the new password works. I was able to log in. Go ahead and try yourself. At this point, the ticket has reached the 35-minute mark. I'm starting to lose all faith in humanity. My world is crumbling, and I'm questioning my sanity. Babushka starts typing in her password, however she keeps going and going and going. The password had two symbols in it: a question mark and an exclamation point. Rather than type out the symbols, she was typing out the entire word. Question mark and exclamation mark. Turning her 8-character password into a behemoth of a password. IT God: Babushka, it seems like you're typing it incorrectly. I need you to enter the symbol and not type out the word. Asterisk. Proceed to walk her through how to type an exclamation point. Babushka: oh, I see. Computers are so complicated. Thanks. I sat there dumbfounded. Did I really just have to show an adult how to type an exclamation point on a keyboard? Has she never used punctuation before? 45 minutes to reset a password. I don't get paid enough for this. Your website won't let me pay. Alternative title: I'm going to lie to you to avoid fees. I am in charge of an e-commerce website, which offers clients several payment methods to pay for their orders. Standard stuff. Obviously, the most common payment method is credit card, which comes with a transaction fee. But we also offer an internet banking option for those who wish to avoid the fee. However, because internet transferred funds take a while to process, our system only offers credit card as an option for last-minute orders, since payment is instant. This week, I have been dealing with what I was told is a return client. According to the client, they cannot finish their order because the website is not letting them through to the payment page to pay for their order, and he wants me to send him our bank account details, offering to pay through internet banking. I take notice that it is a last-minute order, meaning credit card is the only option available to the client. I had a look in our system, but oddly I couldn't find a single trace of the order, which should show up as incomplete if there was an issue with the payment system. Basically, as soon as you select a payment method and click the Pay Now button, an order is generated. Once payment is completed, the order is updated to paid status. I started by running some tests to see if the claim could be valid. Maybe something went wrong and the button isn't working? That would explain the missing incomplete order. No dice, the button and every payment method works flawlessly. I needed to dig deeper. I sent the user an email asking the usual questions: what browser they are using, what operating system, what type of device, etc. Client: I use an Apple laptop. Helpful: I check our logs and see he's using Safari. I run tests in Safari, but still can't find a single fault. I offer to generate an order for him, and ask him for his account details. I enter the details and nothing. No account. Second red flag. Users can create an account either through our login page or on the cart page during checkout. If you click on the Pay Now button when the incomplete order is generated, it also creates an account for the user using the details they entered. No incomplete booking, and no account without me being able to find a single issue. 2 red flags in, and I thought I'd give the guy one more shot. I set up an account for him, and manually generate the order, then send him a link to the payment page. Client: nope, it's still doing the same thing. That right? By this point, I had a pretty good theory. This guy simply wants to avoid the credit card fee, and is making up the problem to try and get away without having to pay it. So I send him another email. I have run all the tests I could, and cannot find a fault in our payment system. To honor your request to pay by internet banking can't be done automatically, since our system doesn't allow it for last-minute orders. I will have to escalate this to our customer service team for manual processing. This could delay your order by a few days. 5 minutes later, I check our system. One successful credit card transaction on the order stares back at me, and an email in my inbox. Client: it worked now, all paid. Thanks. Must have been magic. My temp laptop won't get emails. Why is it so useless? Hello TFTS, this happened not too long ago. So we have a bunch of external users who work from home, mostly because they travel all around the country on various jobs. One such individual has been experiencing problems with his laptop which I've been unable to diagnose over the phone or via remote, so I've asked him to bring it in, and we'll give him a temp laptop to use in the meantime while we fix it. I'm going to call him Kevin for the purposes of this story. Several hours after I give Kevin his temporary laptop, my phone goes off and Kevin is panicking already. $Kevin, Kamina_Kramen. My emails don't work, I've literally just got home, and I can't get my emails. I've got them from this morning, but I can't receive any more. It's so important that I get my emails working on my laptop. When I try to do anything, I've noticed this error that says Microsoft Outlook cannot connect to the Exchange or the server's down. Kevin, did you connect your laptop to your home internet? Kevin, where would I find that? In the bottom right-hand corner, look for a little wave symbol with a red X. Kevin, you mean this one here? I can't see it, but it's exactly like your old laptop, so if you click on it you should get the option to connect to your home internet and your emails should work. Kevin, okay, so it might be that. I don't think it is though. Are you sure the servers aren't down? I can't connect to our ERP software either. Just try that first. I'll go and check the servers to make sure everything is working perfectly. If you're still not getting emails or can't connect to the ERP after you've connected to the internet, please feel free to call me, and we'll get it sorted out. Kevin hasn't called back. Somehow I don't think it's the servers. Yes, Strawberry Fluff is an acceptable payment for on-site support. We had a customer who's since retired and closed his restaurant, but he was one of our favorites, not just because he was a nice guy, but because he was down the street from our office, and he was an amazing chef. He was the kind of guy that would get stressed and want to see things happen immediately, but he was always willing to pay. The year this happened had been a particularly rough for him, and we knew he was hurting financially. He always paid us something even if he was short on cash that month, but he always caught up. He had a grandchild that needed a lot of medical attention, so he was spending his money helping his daughter so she didn't have to work while the grandchild was getting the help he needed. He wasn't a saint, but he was close. His building is really old, in an historic part of town, and one of the older water pipes gets a leak and sprays on some of the computer hardware that's on the bar. He needs to replace this stuff, but doesn't have cash on hand and doesn't want to wait for insurance. So he calls us. We have lots of demo hardware sent to us by manufacturers to test and certify, and often they never ask to have it sent back. We offer to let him use this stuff until he gets his finances sorted out. He also requests that we help him get all this set up, so we send him a proposal to sign with the estimated cost. He calls back and says he appreciates the hardware loan, but can't afford to pay for setup, so he'll send his staff over, and they'll pick it up and help him get it set up. We all feel pretty sorry for this guy since we know him well, and we want him to succeed. I call him back and tell him that I'll do the setup for him for free since he's been a faithful customer for so many years. He won't accept free service and offers to deliver lunch for 10 with his amazing strawberry fluff dessert as payment when we're ready for it. Strawberry fluff is all I needed to hear. I go straight to the boss, and it took him about 5 seconds to agree to the terms. I followed his employees back to the restaurant with the hardware he needed, set things up for them, and then scheduled our fantastic lunch for the next week. That strawberry fluff was the best payment we ever received.